I was disappointed with the pulse rifle in this one.
It's okay. I use it a little later on.
Well, I mean, it was so much fun in Dead Space 2, but it was just garbage in Dead Space 1.
It's because the secondary attack was absolute balls in this game.
Well, besides that, it didn't do that much damage to limbs either.
No,
I'm pretty sure it had a damage buff.
It's pretty good for like early on when you don't have like the line gun and stuff. It's good for like a small group of necromorphs because you can just be like just shell the fuck out of them basically.
Oh no, I always had it for the children.
Oh yeah, in Dead Space 2, yeah.
No, but in this one I just had it on me for panic mode. Like at some point I would just get to the point where I have all this ammo for it and then just decide for like the next 3 rooms I don't care where I shoot.
Yeah. I said you'll see that later on. it gets pretty fine. Not gonna lie. I don't die though. Spoilers, I don't die. I get pretty close.
Well, that's disappointing.
I'm sure I'll die at some point in Leviathan. I am playing on hard. Oh, check this out, you love this map.
Wow.
Just fucking missed. It's because I backed up and fired at the same time.
I would have tried to kinesis it out of reflex, but I just remembered I don't think you have that quite yet.
No, you don't have it yet. And there's me just fucking shooting it, just saying, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna blow it. Screw it. I'm gonna stamp this guy to death because I feel terrible about my life.
Stomp on his toes.
You don't really got toes, he's more got kind of like hooves, I guess. I'm not sure what those are.
Well, neither do turtles, but that was a running joke in TMNT. Protect your toes.
Alright, they do have 2 toes, I guess. It's me sort of thinking to myself about my health pack situation at that point was like, oh, I'm doing pretty good for health packs. Not so good on the old ammo. Ugh.
I remember the first time me and my friends came in this area, we were scared by all the sounds.
Oh,
then after about 30 seconds, I told them, you know, it's probably on a loop.
Probably is.
Yeah, because you'll hear the, like, knocking over wrench, iron bar, sound effect, whatever.
The strange thing about this game is if you're like, because back in the day when I first had this game and I like lived in, like with other students kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I basically, when I played at night, I had to be quiet because some people were sleeping. So I had headphones on most of the time, so you can hear a lot more when you're wearing headphones. And you may notice in some of the scenes where you're just walking around the ship, you'll hear this odd woman whispering to you every now and again. It's like, well, what? Huh? Kind of thing. It's like,
oh yeah,
shut
you
up.
hear that like everywhere.
Yeah. And then later on you hear the classic twinkle twinkle star. In my view, they lost so much of the atmosphere in the other Dead Spaces. The original one is the one that stays in the memory from being genuinely a kind of fucking shitty situation.
Well, that's kind of because they couldn't really preserve that element of unknown.
Yeah, I suppose, but I genuinely think it's because that on the Ishimura you're away from fucking everybody. You know, there's no help coming. Like kind of thing, you're on a ship that's stranded out in the ass end of nowhere and you're stuck.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to get out of a situation which is nearly impossible to get out of. Whilst like so yeah, I do leave the text going for people who want to read it and stuff, so I do scroll down. So you could pause it if you want to read this.
No, I'm good. Done enough reading today, thank you.
Yeah. But the second game that's set on the spore is kind of like, oh, you're going to be set on a space station, which is basically a city with, like, you know, hundreds of other people. It just doesn't feel as isolated. And, I mean, they tried to bring that kind of feeling back in Dead Space 3. But then they decided...
Except you had people with you.
Except you had people with you and you could play the game co-op. Which is an interesting addition to the game, but it just makes horror kind of useless.
Well, I think the co-op aspect was worse. It just... be generally stupid.
Yeah, it was. I think the only reason I disagreed with the co-op was because there was basically some missions.
You gotta kick this habit of meleeing the enemies.
Yeah,
Because most of the time it does nothing.
Oh, no, it looks awesome though. Oh yeah, I forgot I kept doing that as well. Oh no. I kept pressing start instead of inventory. I can't remember why I was doing that, it's because I've been playing a game beforehand, which the start button was the inventory.
I've done that a couple of times with Resident Evil. Just closing my briefcase instead of trying to move something.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie for this game?
Oh, the, which one?
Oh, fuck.
There was the animated comic, and then there was the,
yeah, the animated one.
yeah, I watched the animated comic, and then there was another one which was called,
Severance or something?
no,
Or Severed?
I think it was called Downfall. Severed was the name of the DLC for,
Downfall is the one that took place on the Ishimura before this happened, right?
yes, that's Downfall.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and that's yeah, I watched that one a long time ago. They changed the plasma cutters into laser swords, from what I remember in that. Which was
No, they had like some kind of chainsaw thing that's used for cutting rocks.
well, no, you actually look at it. They call it the plasma cutter. They refer to it as the plasma cutter. So it was just kind of like, what? Huh?
Well, to be honest, I couldn't help but laugh through most of Downfall.
Yeah, it was pretty amusing. So. It had some nice touches in it.
You know, like that one guy's hand got bit, and then you go away for like a minute and a half while other stuff comes back, and main character lady kills a couple guys, then you just see him kind of go walking by in the background, punching the thing in the head, trying to get him to release his hand.
I forgot about it. You've got to bear in mind, it's been years since I've seen that. Oh yeah, I'm thinking, I'm gonna nail it this time. I'm gonna get you, you fucks.
Comes behind you, doesn't he?
No. Like,
Oh,
I'm not gonna miss it. I'm gonna get it. Yay! Oh fuck! I didn't kill him.
I remember stupid stuff like that just because it's really silly.
Yeah.
Like Ceiling Zombie from Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, he's the best, man. I love the Ceiling Zombie. I like how the stasis, it like fucks with the game's physics.
It also fucks with the sound effects.
Well, I wouldn't know that, would I?
Yeah, you would. You can hear it in their roars.
Oh yeah, of course.
I always forgot about that Necromorph.
Oh, I just saw him lying there. I was like, oh, you fuck. He managed to nail me, though.
I always forget about him because every time I go past there, I think he's one of the ones I killed earlier. I just forget the bodies despawn.
That's the whole idea in the play on thing that they were going for that, I guess. My phrases then just didn't make sense. I lost the ability to speak English. I apologise. They expected you to think that it was a previous body, is what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Inception.
Bodyception. Oh, is this the part where I forget about the one necromorph? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. I'm like, oh shit! I forgot you were coming. Just start stasis the wall.
You're hitting everything. How does he still have a leg?
I know, right? He's dead now, though. I guess I shot both of his legs too much. The game took pity on me.
You were aiming pretty consistently for the right leg.
Yeah. If you're like, oh man, I'm gonna save you after that abysmal escapade. Yeah, I think I felt a little embarrassed after that encounter, thinking, why won't he fucking die? Oh yeah, the shadow. Saying there was something behind you. Like, oh, he's not bothering me.
Oh yeah, that. You know, the funny thing is, if you walk into the door backwards, it won't trigger, and you can just open the door.
Ah, I never tried that. That never occurred to me.
I did, because it happens pretty much as you get to the door before you actually open it.
Is this the part where I have some abysmal fuck-ups? I think it is, because my, Oh no, it's not this part, it's the
quarantine just
yeah,
lifted.
so you know what part's coming up next, Leviathan, where you go back to the ship to repair it. Yeah, my ammunition gets very low.
You're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to die out here.
Confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels.
Oh, actually no, I do die.
Complete, and that's exactly
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think I just remembered I did die at one point.
Do we understand each other?
I kind of blocked
Just
it
get
out,
us of
I
here
think.
alive.
Like, no, that never happened. I'm too good at Dead Space to die.
Dad's best.
In all fairness, though, I haven't played the original Dead Space in like must be way over
I think
a
this
year,
game
like
would have
2
done
years.
much better if it took a book from the Resident Evil 4, or a page from Resident Evil 4.
What do you mean a page?
If you couldn't move and aim.
That would make the game a lot more tense. I could see it working for the series, maybe. You definitely wouldn't have got a Dead Space 3 out of it then.
It would have definitely worked for this one because I would have been hella afraid of the gorilla guys.
Yeah.
Or what are they called? Berserkers?
I
I know they have a name.
can't remember them. I think they're called Berserkers. Yeah, so this is the part where I'm actually counting my ammunition on like how much I have.
Oh, that door. That door is only open in Dead Space 2.
Yeah. Oh, watch it, your latest part. I know you're not dead. I know you're not dead. I'm gonna stay oh fuck, I forgot about the other one. Right, I think at this point I'm actually out of ammunition. Like, completely. So, time for Stampy Stampy, of course.
Well, you got one of them.
So this
Oh,
is
there's the other.
So this is something that happens in Dead Space when you're playing on hard. You're normally finding ammunition very scarce, and that's why I chose hard, because
Scarce. You're getting 6 shots.
yeah,
I remember getting only 3.
I think either that's hard on Dead Space 2 or that's the hardest difficulty on this, I think.
I honestly can't remember. I played through this once.
I've completed it on the alot before, so I have completed it on hardest.
Tried to do it on what is it called on the second one? Impossible?
Oh, that's when you're only allowed like 3 saves.
3 saves.
Yeah.
I got all the way up to the asteroid belt, or the solar panels, realigned them without saving, and said, alright, I need to save. I know I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's no save station up there. And you know what happened?
You died.
I died.
I've actually.
And I did not attempt again since then.
I actually did complete it on the impossible run with 3 saves. The idea is you save once, kind of like
Every
early on, like
4 chapters or is it
something
5?
like that, and then you save your last save all the way up to like the last boss, basically, because you don't want to be playing your way up to the last boss every single time.
Yeah.
Because I did die on the last boss when I was playing on the hardest difficulty.
On Dead Space 2?
On Dead Space 2, yes.
I didn't. But that's mainly because I abused the fuck out of the pulse rifle secondary.
Yeah, you can take care of the.
You just take care of everything in the one hit.
Oh yeah, me paying attention to the physics and look, oh, the body.
Oh, hey, there's Pang. No,
yeah,
you're
there's
looking at
Pang.
Pang.
Yeah, I'm looking at that as well, but the fact the physics threw the body into the fucking trench next to it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Now I knew there was something on this ship I had to pick up.
It's
Where
a
is
small
it?
health kit.
There we go, it's a health kit. There we go. I knew it was around there somewhere.
Always grab that, like, first thing out.
Do I want to know the damage report? Damage report is, oh shit, on
Damage
fire.
report, it's fucked.
It's like if I could set fire to myself and shit.
I wonder if you can actually die in there if you don't leave in time. Or if it's just one of those things where it's saying get out, but there's not actually a timer.
Yeah,
They just want you to feel like you're supposed to get out.
I don't think it will blow up when you wait there. I think it will just wait for you to leave. Oh shit, missed him stasis.
You totally missed it.
He was on target if he wasn't running.
Stay on target.
He's like, how much ammunition do I have? Oh, there, health back. I can't. Yeah, he's missing terribly again. He should have died from that, I swear. More ammunition for me.
Yeah, and you have like none.
Yeah, I know. That's what got me really tense. Was the fact I was like, oh shit, I've got to fight all this crap. I've got no ammo to do it.
And you have like no ammo because of the lag, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've missed so many more shots than you should have.
Yeah. If you actually watch, I I'm normally very close to hitting kind of thing. Then it moves to the right or to the left slightly because it like over adjusts slightly.
That's why I don't like playing console. Because with the thumbstick, I'm not good at minute adjustments. I just want to move the thumbstick all the way to the right or left.
I'm reasonably okay. I mean, anyone who says they're better with a stick than a mouse is fucking lying. Because it is way easier to aim with a mouse. I can accept that maybe some people are better at shooter games on a console.
What the hell is
I would agree with that
What
statement.
happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
To be better on console
No,
just means to
Hammond.
play worse
This
players.
changes everything.
Just let me think.
Don't know if I'd agree with that statement, but I mean, it's a bit like
command computer.
The only reason I'd make that statement is because I've played players on Modern Warfare on both PC and 360.
Yeah,
And I could safely say that PC players will eat console players for breakfast.
oh yeah, I would agree. Like if you compare the controls and stuff, there's no comparison to like mouse movement, aim, and stick. I'm just saying that
What? How?
you take a console gamer and stick him on a PC, most of the time he's going to suck at shooter games on the PC. Kind of thing. I know because I had to adjust to it. But there is no comparison for having the accuracy of a mouse aim. That's the
I'm
point I was
sending the
trying to make.
tram back to your location.
Oh, well, kind of. I mean, I have this thing called the Zim Edge,
What was that?
which lets me use a mouse and a keyboard on 360.
I've never
And-
used a mouse on a 360. I do not know what you're talking about.
Me and my friend bought one. I think they're like 90 bucks a piece plus 10 bucks shipping for anyone who wants to purchase one. We started playing Halo Reach. Let's just say we turned the sniper rifles into battle rifles because we weren't aiming anymore.
Yeah, funny story about mouses for consoles, guys. You actually read EA's terms and conditions when playing Battlefield. You're actually not allowed to use mouses, technically, because it gives apparently people an unfair advantage. And
They're
that's something-
recognizing the PC master race.
Well, not so much PC Master Race, but recognising the fact that, you know, a stick doesn't do well against a fucking mouse, basically.
I would have no problem with consoles if we could use a mouse and keyboard by default. In fact, I'd probably purchase them just because it'd be easier than buying and putting together a computer.
I mean, like, I like controllers for some things. Like, I prefer a controller for Dark Souls. That's just my preference. I think it's more a. I'm not arguing that the PC controls suck. They're actually really well designed PC controls for Dark Souls.
The default controls are ass.
But what I'm saying is, I actually prefer using a actual controller for Dark Souls. I think it's more kind of arcadey play style.
See, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that because I am absolute trash for the controller on that game. And using a mouse and a keyboard, courtesy of DSM Fix, which Catalyst linked me to, I've made it all the way to New Game Plus 6.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can play Dark Souls with the mouse and keyboard, but I suck, is what it amounts to, is I'm not very good at the game. And I don't know what it is, it's probably just a mindset. It's probably, I'm just not very good with the keyboard and mouse controls for Dark Souls, but give me a controller and I'll fucking let's play fucking Dark Souls. Speaking of which, Dark Souls 2 comes out next week. Fucking hooray!
He's preparing to troll DSP.
Yeah, man. I hope he fucking gets that game. I hope he gets the Xbox version as well.
You know he's gonna get the PlayStation one.
I know he fucking will, but you know, Dark Souls 2. I mean, like fucking players can.
Cross-platform.
No, they can't. But I mean, they can invade you while you're hollowed. So there's going to be people out there making DSP gaming's life a misery, and you know what? I'm all for it. Anything that makes DSP gaming's like Let's Plays harder, just sign me up for that shit. You know.
You know he's gonna. There's gonna be like an entire subreddit just dedicated to telling people when he's recording.
Yep.
So everyone can flood to his area and just continuously invade him.
Guy's such a... I can't believe he was made a managed partner with Machinima. I just don't believe it, you know?
The only reason he has viewers is because people like watching what stupid shit he's gonna do next.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I don't think there's... There may be generally some people out there who watch him because they think he's a good LPer, but I don't think there's many of them. And I think most
10.
people... Yeah, I think most people watching him to fail.
Which is
just-
ironic because he thinks he's a good player.
He thinks he's shit hot at Street Fighter. I know that because there was a an announcement about it saying, "Oh, I am so good at Street Fighter. That's why I won like some fucking award." That, and he always threatens people. Like he says, like none of these people say anything to his face because he knows that you'll basically smack them down, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he frequently says, "Man, I wish I could punch you guys through the internet." I think the guy has some serious like emotional anger issues.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. We're turning a Dark Souls playthrough commentary into a DSP gaming rant. That's okay. That's okay. This is kind
I
of
like the way her body ragdolled.
Yeah, you'll like the way this ragdolls as well. There we go.
Clunk.
Yeah.